All right, can you guys see me? I'm back, I think. So this is my first time going live. Maybe I should turn this one. Can you all hear me? I see two people there. Just want to make sure you can hear me before I keep talking. You can hear me? Okay. That sucks. You can. Oh, hey, Ron. How are you? Okay, sorry, guys. This is my first time going live, so please pardon a little. I thought me and my daughter, she was here for like 2 hours, helping me get everything set up and test it all out. And goodness, I didn't know the view here. You could see my whole office. So sorry. You guys get to see my little book collection and all my purses. All right. Great. Hey, Karen. So I think I left off at the management bios piece. So we were talking about who's on your management team and who will be the people that are supporting your business, helping you grow your business, are, part of your executive boards, all of that. So when you're starting a company, a lot of the times we do kind of start off by ourselves, but at points you're going to need somebody else. You're going to need help, whether it's an admin or a secretary, or you grow your business to the point where you've got a full-on staff. That's when you're going to need to start putting together those bios and understanding everyone's roles, responsibilities, what their backgrounds are. And we'll get into all of that in some other live sessions. I love the part about growing and expanding and bringing on employees. Those are great topics because there's a lot of things that are involved when you talk about the hiring process, and whether you're hiring a regular employee or someone who you're just using as a contractor, because then all of the taxes that you pay are a little different. So your relationship with the IRS also changes, good and bad. But hopefully I can show you guys some tricks to always keep it good with the IRS, because they're the one people who are always going to get paid no matter what. Even if you go out of business, you're still going to owe the IRS. So don't let anyone tell you that you won't. And make sure, one of the other things too, whether it's just you or you've got a large organization, that you are making those IRS payments on time. So if you've been doing some work and not sure of what you owe the IRS, get with a great accountant. Make sure you're making those payments so you don't fall behind. I know a lot of times in business, most people at some point end up on some type of payment plan for the IRS, because especially starting out, a lot of people don't know what all their responsibilities are. And especially if you have employees, you are matching everything that they pay to the IRS. So welcome to corporate America. What personality styles should you look for on your management team? Great question, Roz. So I think that you should have a diverse management team, because everyone can't be the same. Everyone can't be a yes ma'am, no ma'am, whatever you say ma'am. If you don't have an opinion, then what good are you really to a company? I think especially as an entrepreneur where you're looking to grow your business and meet the needs of this ever-changing market that we're in, you need people who are self-reliant, number one, because you can't always handhold people, but people who can think outside of the box. And you as a manager, entrepreneur, you kind of have to have thick skin, because sometimes you don't always hear what you think you want to hear, and aren't always ready to make those necessary changes that you need to make in order to get to that next level. So I think creativity, people that have a little edge to them, people who aren't afraid to venture into new things, people that will be there for you through the good and the bad, because as an entrepreneur, there are lots of good and there are lots of bad. There are tears that are shed. There are happy moments. I support a lot of organizations and people. I think most people know Dr. Roz. I'm her manager, and we have some really hard conversations a lot. And where we're good friends, it can be a delicate situation. We fuss and fight like sisters, but we always work it out. And both of our businesses are doing well. She's doing amazing. I'm so proud of her. She's on a national syndicated television show. So it all works out when you have the right people on your team, behind you, rooting for you. If it's someone that you think is envious of you or jealous of you, they can't be on your team, because they're not going to put their best foot forward and give you what you need. And that's just being real. We have a small group of girls and guys that we throw ideas at and talk about and get together. And when I tell you, we cry together, we share together, we laugh together, but we build together. And it's very, very important to have that support system. As well as, if your family members are on board, bring them in. It's always a good place to start. Any other questions? Did I miss any? I think me being interrupted, I didn't get to see all of the questions that came in. I see we have a few people that were able to come back in. So I'll give you guys, anybody have any other questions they want to ask? All right. So while you guys are quiet, what I would like for you all to do is, while I'm still here, if there are things that you are struggling with, that you are challenged with, that you need help with, if you could just type them in the little box and I'll grab them later and make sure that I address them in our next live session. But next week, we'll start at 7. Hopefully I won't have any more technical issues now that I know how all this stuff works, and that I can't go live from the same computer at the same time on both platforms. I'll make sure I have both computers set up right. I will make sure you guys have your pen, your paper, or your laptop so you can just start typing notes. We'll walk through those first planning stages of, we're not going to do a full business plan, but we will do about 4 or 5 components of it that would get you started and what you need. And we'll walk you through that whole process of getting your business plan, getting your ideas kind of flushed out, telling you and helping you get registered with the state, the IRS, kind of getting all of those things that most people forget about taken care of. Okay, she says, oh wait, do you think it's idea to register with a local chamber of commerce? You can. I don't see why there's anything wrong with that. Can you speak to personal investment required when you have a spouse? Joan, are you talking about time, money, or legal things? So if you have a spouse and you are doing a business and you guys are already married, whether his name is on that paperwork or not, he's still entitled. So if you have a spouse, make sure he's invested in your company. If it's something separate, you guys will probably have to draw up some separate paperwork to make sure that legally that is your entity only and that person has no rights to it. Oh, all of the above. Okay. So I was trying to touch some of it. So I think it's very important when you're married and you are pursuing this entrepreneurial life, that you have a spouse that is 100% supportive of what you are doing. Because there may be times that you need that person to help you. And if they can't be by your side, in it to win it with you, then that's going to be tough for you. And I'm not saying that every spouse has to be involved, but at least let them love you from afar if they don't want to be close up. But let them know the support that you need, whether it's time, money, space, and that you guys are always fully aligned on where your business is, where your business is going, what your income looks like, what your income may not look like, how much your business is either going to make or how much your spouse may have to contribute until your business makes. Did I get everything, Joan? And KB, 8A certification. Yes, it is absolutely worth it if you are a small business trying to do business with the government. And also think about every procurement that comes from the government, they do set-asides. So you always are going to have that 8A set-aside for small business, minority business, veteran business. So yes, I would definitely pursue the 8A certification. And I can add that to one of my sessions later on down the line after we get through kind of the getting your business stood up, as one of the one-off specialty things that we can talk about is that 8A certification. Okay. Anything else before we go? No? Great. Well, thank you guys for joining me. I had a great time. I hope that I've given you guys some ideas, some inspiration, some knowledge that you can use towards achieving your goals. And give me a shout out right here with your email address if you want me to send you more information. Oh, micro business plans. Yes, I talked about that a little bit when I first started. And I was saying that a lot of companies or a lot of people, coaches really, are saying that you don't have to do a full business plan. You can do a smaller, shorter version. So what you're talking about, kind of a micro business plan, that's what we'll go over here during these live discussions. I'm not going to do a full-on business plan. But if there is someone who has a business, you need to stand up a standalone location, or you need a $200,000 investment to start your business, you are going to need to do a full-on business plan, no matter how many pages it takes to get all of the information that an investor is going to want to see. So again, AJ, I hope I answered your question. I think a micro plan is great if you don't need funding from anyone else. And I think every lender is a little different. So a bank is going to want a full-on business plan. And I'm telling y'all from experience, I'm just being honest. I have helped people submit business plans to get money. I've submitted it for my own self. I actually got the funding that I needed in record time because they were so impressed with my business plan. The gentleman who said he'd actually been doing business lending for over 30 years, and it was the best plan that he'd ever seen. So I try to take what I did and make it work for other people. So again, but I'm going to get you guys what you need as far as starting a business. Maybe not a full business plan here on these live sessions, but we'll talk about some other trainings that we can do together, some webinars where we'll do a full business plan for those that actually need it. Okay? All right, yay! All right, Madeline Flesh. That's right. I'm going to help everybody make this money, right? It's money out here to be made, and we all can get a little piece of it. All right, guys. Thank you. I'll see you next time.